We're live, my friends. I hope everybody's doing great today. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. It's Friday, January the 3rd, it looks like. Right now it's about 40 degrees out. We're gonna just kill some time and let everybody get in here while I finish eating up my little dinner. So, if you guys catch this on the replay, I hope that you'll give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Most importantly, I really need all of you folks to help me grow the channel. I really want to grow this channel to be something good, and so if there's something that we can do that you would like, let us know. We can make a video about a certain topic, let me know. We do a lot of travel stuff, but we also do cooking, kitchen gadgets, opening boxes, dating, marital advice. We have all kinds of videos. We work hard on our channel to cover everyday, all day topics. Things that you and I and everybody else we know go through, that we deal with. We try to be very authentic on who we are. We don't BS you guys, if you know what I mean. So if there's something that we can do that would entertain you, educate you, enlighten you, let me know. We have leftover food from New Year, but currently I'm having some clam chowder. Not eating the leftover New Year food. But gonna have some a little bit of clam chowder. Here in the central part of the United States, we're getting mixed weather reports. Some weather reports are saying we may get some snow and ice this weekend. So we may be going through our very first snow event. All right, nice. I don't know if that will happen or not. Somebody's giving us some love. We appreciate the love. Thank you. We appreciate everybody's hard work and supporting our channel. You know, if it wasn't, and I say this regularly, and maybe I say it too much, but if it wasn't for you guys, well, we wouldn't have a channel. We wouldn't have a purpose. And part of what we try to do is serve a purpose on our channel. We believe it's important to, Earl King says hello. Hello to you, Earl. How are you? Hope you don't mind. I'm finishing up my snack a little bit, my dinner. And then I'll come on camera more so I don't gross you people out by trying to eat a little bit of food, but I'm almost done. Goat It, sing Sweet Home Alabama. It's a great song. Earl King says he is doing good. Thank you for being here, both of you. If you're new, would you guys consider subscribing to my channel? I would appreciate that. Give us a thumbs up as you come in. That's going to really help. I don't sing. You wouldn't want me to sing. I'm a horrible singer, but I do like that song, Sweet Home Alabama. I'm doing pretty good. Ooh. We've had a good day. We really did. I'm very happy. Got some really good news today. Really good news I'm very pleased with. Goated says, I just subscribed to you. Thank you. We appreciate that. Remember, also go and watch some of our video. Make a comment. Give a like. Do all of those things the right way. That really helps us. Joe is in the house, 16 in the house, only 5 thumbs up. Yep, that's kind of the way it is. We've got a lot of people in the background in the beginning. They're always looking for pretty women. Filipino Bai is in the house. Good morning to all, to her. Earl King says hello to everybody. If you guys will say hello to one another, that would be very kind and professional. So we'd appreciate you guys doing that. But it's been a good day. We got good news. Very good news, I hope. We're hoping. And I will talk about that. I'll probably tell you 4 or 5 times during the live stream because I'm very happy about the good news. No, I did not win the lottery, or nobody has donated enough money so that I could buy a beach house or a lake house or a house at all. So that's not the good news. It's just not. Earl King, my brother, said hi. Well, tell your brother I said hi. Hello back. How's your brother doing? What is your brother up to? What are you up to? We have a brand new year. You know, I've talked about in previous videos and streams. Oh, by the way, we just dropped a new video. If you remember, you should have got a notification of it. You got to see it first as a member, about the treasure that was the Philippine treasure that was found in America here in Arkansas. I encourage you to go try that out. Watch that video. Happy New Year from Joe. Joe saying hello, Happy New Year to everybody. Root beer, try not to laugh. Root beer, that says root beer. Yeah, well, root beer says root beer. It is what it is. Big back. You have a big back? Okay, that's okay with us. We don't mind who you are, what you are. We're okay with it. This channel is very accepting of everybody. We do have our own beliefs and philosophies that we stand by, but we try to be good humans and accept everybody. Looks like a Tic Tac. Your big back looks like a Tic Tac? All right, I'm not for sure how that correlates, but okay, all right. You know, it was good. It was stressful, but it was good. We do the traditional Filipino-style New Year at this house because my wife is from the Philippines. And it's actually quite complicated. It's an involved process versus a traditional American thing where you just go get drunk and act stupid. And the Philippine one, there's some strategy involved for having a good next year. Joe says, wishing everybody the happiest of a new year this coming. Yep. Joe, we hope you're feeling better today. Hope you're having a good feeling day, health day. So we had a good new year, busy as always, but, you know, it was good overall. We've been really, worried. We got something that's going on in our life that is very stressful to us. And I know a lot of people don't think it is stressful, but it is to us. And we're trying to deal with that. And today we got some news about that, hoping some good news, telling us that maybe our fears are not as bad. You are the best YouTuber in the world. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Now, Earl, just understand that if you put a whole bunch of emojis, Nightbot, the YouTube computer, is going to delete it because they only allow about three different emojis or 3 emojis at a time. So and I appreciate your effort, but the computer doesn't appreciate it. I have nothing to do with it. So that's why they deleted your comment or timed you out for 5 seconds, all right? So that was the computer, not us. But, things are good in America. We live in America. If you guys didn't know where we're from, we also have lived in the Philippines. We have land in the Philippines. We have 2 wiener dogs, which we adore. My wife is from the Philippines. I'm from the United States. But our New Year was good. It was busy. I was very happy to get to go to bed, which I didn't get there until about 4 in the morning. So that was a little stressful. But that's normal in this family and this group. So, but it's all right. It's all right. What I want to know, what New Year's resolution are you going to make? What are you going to do for the next year? Wi-Fi is, oh, my wife's doing great. She's working, she's earning that money, bringing home that paycheck so that I can sit here tonight and talk to you guys. But Earl, Joe, bye, everybody that's hanging out in the background, come forward and I want to know if there's one thing that you, what is one thing, it doesn't have to be deep, dark secret, but what is one thing that you're hoping to achieve in the year 2025? And I'm trying to do this because I'm looking for inspiration because the year 2024 sucked for us. It was not a good year. The last couple of years, before that even, were not good years at all. I mean, they kind of sucked in America, to be honest. But now we got a new year coming up. I don't have any definitive things that I'm going to try to change, except for I'm just going to continue to try to work harder on doing the things that I always do. Now, I may be one of the crazy people, right? Who thinks, well, if I just work harder at doing the same thing over and over, maybe I will get there. Because the saying is, crazy is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results. And I'm kind of that way when it comes to certain things I do every year. But I am working on that. My hat doesn't fit right today. My glasses aren't fitting right either. I wonder what happened. You already know what I'm wanting for 2025. No need to say it. Well, yeah, Joe, but to be honest, that's not attainable, right? So what I'm asking for is something that's attainable, something that can truly be attainable. Not a far out goal, but just something that you can truly accomplish. What is one thing that is to be a good YouTuber? All right, I'll tell you what I think. My hat's driving me crazy today. Something's wrong with my hat. I need more hats. All right. One thing to be a good YouTuber, Lincoln's in the house. Hello, thank you for being here. Remember the thumbs up. You can't be shy. You have to be confident. Right? So you got to be a good public speaker. You have to be, if you're doing a channel where you're on the channel making videos versus having one of those channels that's just AI or something, or just music. Well, if you're going to be on your channel, then you have to be very comfortable in speaking in public. I think that's the key. And I think if you're going to try to do topics, you need to study the topic. If I want to do a video about hats, which I did a very, very long time ago, I studied and researched hats so that I could give you the best information. I don't think you always have to be accurate. I don't think you always have to be right. I think you have to be earnest in your efforts when you make your YouTube videos. You are a Trump supporter. I am a supporter of whoever is the president of the United States. Plain and simple. I'm one of these people. Do I like Trump? Yes, I like Trump. Do I like Joe Biden? Yes, I like Joe Biden as a human. I think he's a bad politician, but I think he's a good human, or was. Now he's brain dead. But I believe as Americans, part of our duty as American citizens, no matter who's in office, you support the office of the president. And that's what I try to do. Joe is dropping something there from Earl King. Lincoln says, all right, I got you. So that's what I encourage you to do. My YouTube name is Earl King 3060. So you have a YouTube channel, and Joe dropped that for you. So that's very nice of you, Joe. Thank you for doing that. So how many subscribers does Earl have, and what is your channel about? So what is your channel about? My channel, if you haven't known, is about the adventures of my wife and I. I mean, whether it's sad or happy or entertaining or stupid, because I make a lot of mistakes. We kind of just do a little bit of everything. We tried to give you an insight into what it's like to be married, but what it's also like to be married to me and to be married to her, to be married from two different people from different countries and races. So that's what we try to do. We tried to entertain. I try to educate, but that's kind of what our channel is about. It's kind of a little bit of a shotgun thing, but it's a channel about us, is who it is, my wife and I. And we started it this way, and we've kept it this way. And lay down, it's okay. My dog Daisy. I'm not picking you up. Not picking you up. He only has 22 bananas and 5 shorts. All right. So Earl, you got a lot of work to do. So, but I got a feeling you're willing to do it. You got to put in the work. You got to make stuff for people to watch. You got to give them a reason to explore your channel. I'll go back and find your channel and I'll watch your shorts. But YouTube wants people, when they subscribe to your channel, now it doesn't really matter because you're not monetized. YouTube doesn't really care about channels that are not monetized. When you become monetized, YouTube gives you more attention. They're like, okay, I want to see who these subscribers are, real or just fake. Meaning just come somebody that just clicked your channel. So when you become monetized, if people have not watched your videos or your content, then it's not going to be any good for you. You got to give YouTube a reason and say, hey, he has more stuff to share with other people. So you got to keep putting product out there. I was talking to Soul. All right, I'll pet you. Give me a second. I got to pet my dog. Go lay down. Go do that. Go lay down. I was talking to Solinder, who, and I didn't mean to upset him if I did, but that's okay. He has like 3 channels going on with a group of friends. And they got a producer, and they're going to do a podcast, and they're doing all of this stuff, but they don't have anything. They're working so hard to put, it's kind of like you got to build your foundation. It's like building a house. I think YouTube is like this. You got to build a house. You got to put the foundation first. You got to do the groundwork. You got to put your foundation. Then you do your walls, right? You can't throw your roof up first. And I was telling Solinder yesterday as an example about this, that them working so hard to have a team, a YouTube team, when they have nothing to put out, doesn't make any sense. I would put something out and then continue to build upon that. The other thing I would say is don't be afraid to shift gears. Earl, if you're going down the road here in 6 months and you find a new avenue that maybe works better than what you're doing, then do it. If your interest or hobby changes, change with it. It's okay. You absolutely do. What in the hell is my dog doing? My dog is one of the strangest dogs in the world. All right. As long as they lay there and they're comfortable. So that's some basic advice. Do it. Don't be shy. You can't have a YouTube channel if you don't do anything. So that's my advice. Joe has a YouTube channel. Joe, do you agree or disagree with any of that advice? You have anything you'd like to add, anybody? And I think it's going to be important for you not to be, I think it's important for YouTube people not to just go to other people's live streams and videos just in hopes of getting them to come and watch you. I think it's important that you are honest in your YouTube efforts, meaning you're just not trying to get subs for subs, that you're truly trying to build your channel and provide a product out there. That's what I think. I don't know if that helps or not, but that's kind of what I think is important. But then again, I only have 3,600 subs, so not like I have a clue. Our channel is monetized, but we don't make any money. So it's not like I know a damn thing, because here I am at 3,600 subscribers, trying to get to 4,000, trying to get to 100,000, trying to get to where I can turn YouTube into a business. Been doing this for 4 years, and we still are struggling. And Have we met a lot of great people? Absolutely. We've met a lot of people in person. We've communicated, shared gifts, swapped ideas and concepts offline and online. We have agreed with friends that we've made. We've ran into people in elevators in the Philippines that says, hey, I know you. You have a YouTube channel. I've ran into people at restaurants that have come up to me and said, hey, I've seen your YouTube channel. We've been able to raise money and donate it to needy families in the Philippines. So we've done good things with our channel, but we obviously don't have the key yet to make this thing go viral. We don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. So we're still struggling with that, Earl and everybody. Would I like this channel to have 100,000? Absolutely. I very, very much. Earl says, I have 5,200 views. That's good. Shorts will get you a lot of views, which is good. But you got to give people something to come back to your channel for, or why else would they? Because your watch hours is important. You got to have shorts, longs, and long shorts. I mean, here's Jasmine. Jasmine is in the house. Hello, thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. We appreciate you. So my suggestion is you become well-rounded. You put out shorts, you do long videos, but maybe 3 to 5 minute long videos. Then you could do maybe 10-minute long videos. You do live streams. You do a little bit of everything until you find your audience and your niche, because you need the watch hours, without question. You need the likes, you need the views, you need people who will support you continuously. One thing I don't like about YouTube is we get a lot of people, since our channel, and I guess I do this, I'm going to blame myself. Here's something I don't like about me. Let me put it this way. That way I'm not criticizing anybody. Let me say it's about me. I don't like the fact that I might go to a YouTube channel that has 50,000 subscribers and go to their live stream, or 20,000 or 10,000, doesn't matter. Go to their live stream, go chat them up and get some props. Hey, they recognize my channel saying, hey, Philippine American couples in the house, everybody go like them, subscribe to them. And then I never go back to their channel again. That's something that I think is bad. I think if you're going to have the balls to go to a live stream like this or a bigger one, get involved and have that channel host shout you out and help you, then you in return need not to be a one and done. You need to continue to go back and be active on those other channels. And I know that's a lot of work and it's hard to do, but it's something that I think is important and something that I try very, very hard to do. Jasmine says, I have 1 billion likes. Outstanding, Jasmine. Is that on short videos, little shorts? How many subscribers do you have? Joe, did you check out Jasmine and see if she has she's been here a lot, so, but she says she has 1 billion likes. Does she have a good channel or anything, Joe, that you can share? Earl, how do you do live videos? Oh, all right. Live videos are pretty easy, Joe. Or sorry, Earl. Videos. Jasmine says she has a bunch of videos. So, all right. If you don't, Joe, maybe Joe can help me with this. If you're not monetized, then you got to go through a third-party streamer like StreamYard. I don't think, when I started, YouTube would not let me go live on YouTube until I had 1,000 subscribers. But you could go through StreamYard and do it. But now that they've changed the format, how they do lives, I'm not for sure if small channels can just click where they go to upload a short, you can hit the button that says live. I'm just not for sure. But you can always use StreamYard to go live, and that connects to YouTube. You connect your StreamYard to YouTube, and so you're live on YouTube. It's just through StreamYard. Okay. Just followed her name, no videos. Okay, oop, crap. All right. What is a stream? Like a river? Stream, as in water flowing? Yard? It's a third party, it's a company, you don't gotta pay, that allows you to do live videos. You open an account, it costs you nothing, there's no money. You go in there and you just set up, I wanna have a live stream tomorrow at noon, okay? And you set it up, you get to put a thumbnail on there, you get to tag YouTube so that when it goes live, it lets everybody on YouTube know that you're live too, even if you don't have 1,000 subscribers. So it's a live streaming platform. It also gives you the option of bringing people up on a panel. And Joe is right, it gives you 20 hours a month for free. 20 hours a month for free. You can buy a bigger package, but you don't need to. I wouldn't waste your money on it. And you can have up six people in a panel, like up here. I could have a bunch of people, but you're going to be the other direction. You're going to be horizontal versus vertical, like this. And it works. I've used StreamYard for years. Works just fine. YouTube, the only problem, and if you don't have your 1,000 subscribers, then I highly encourage you to use StreamYard because it will help you get there. But once you get to 1,000, you can just go live on your phone or your desktop or your iPad or whatever you have by hitting the live button at the bottom of the screen. That's how you go live on YouTube. But if you don't have your numbers, it helps you get your numbers. Why I don't do StreamYard very much anymore, a couple of reasons, but one of the main reasons is YouTube doesn't push out StreamYard live streams. They don't push it. Since I'm only on YouTube, YouTube is pushing this live stream out more and more than it would if I was on StreamYard. Because they're not brothers and sisters. You know, they're way distant cousins that maybe don't like each other, but they work together. So YouTube's not making any money off of StreamYard, so it's not going to help you promote StreamYard. Because when you use StreamYard, there's a StreamYard logo on it on YouTube. So they cooperate together, but they're not buddies. And so YouTube truly do not push out your live streams if you're only on StreamYard. You can go live after 500 now. Is that what it is? Okay. When I started, you could only go live after 1,000. But I think they've dropped that, and I think they dropped the watch hours to 3,000, right, Joe? So I would Google StreamYard and see if you can use it to help you go live and do some things. Never hurts to try. Yeah, I thought they did that. I told somebody the other day, because they were like, well, look, I'm monetized, and there's ads on my video, but I get no money. And I'm like, well, it probably depends on how you set up your account on YouTube. The other thing I talked to somebody about the other day, they were like, hey, wow, you know, why am I not getting any money from YouTube? Because I'm getting ads on my videos. And I'm like, well, are you monetized? And they're like, well, no. And I said, well, then what you have to understand, you don't have to be monetized for YouTube to put ads on your ads on your video. If YouTube wants to put an ad on something, whether you're monetized or not, they're going to do it. If you're monetized, that means you get paid a tiny, 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 tiny point from that ad. But they can do an ad on your channel whether you like it or not, or whether you want them to or not. It's their platform. No, I don't know that person. No, I do not know that one. Sorry. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm the wrong person to talk to about music. I like old Southern rock, you know, is more my speed, plus some classical. But I don't know. I don't keep up with a lot of music. I'm kind of stuck in the music that I like. So I don't venture out into the music world very much. But So, and I'll say this again as we get further down the road and more people come in, some of our regulars, is we got some good news today. I want to get this out. We got some good news, we hope. You know, our dog, you know, we've had a bad year in 2024. I spent over $12,000 USD, $12,000 in medical bills on my two dogs because one got hit by a car and the other was diagnosed with heart failure. So we spent a ton of money. The one that got hit by the car is good. She's happy. She's damaged physically. She has a club foot from it, but she's okay. The one with heart disease, we have been on deathbed watch. The last couple of weeks, last month, there's been numerous times where I thought she was literally one or two breaths away from dying, which is horrifying to us. I know a lot of you people think, oh, it's just a dog, don't worry about it. Well, the dog is more important to me than you think. So, Earl, yeah, I know MJ. I sure do. I know him. I know him very well. So she has heart failure. We thought she's been in deaf door. There's something physically wrong with her, causing her to have no energy, to lock up in pain and grief, and to be overheating. So we took her back to the vet again today. And we think, and I asked the doctor, we're going a different route. We're giving her a bunch of antibiotics because the doctor now thinks maybe she has an infection that's causing her to act the way she's acting. She's sick. So we're starting her on some strong antibiotics. But I asked him today, point blankly, I said, look, Doc Eric, is my dog dying or not? You know, look, we are on deathbed watch. Every few days, the dog acts like she's on her last breath and she's going to freaking die on me. So I need to know whether she's dying or not. And he said, you know, I do not think she's dying. I think her heart, with the heart medicine that she's on, is stable and that she has a serious infection causing all this other stuff. So we're going to give her all this new medicine for the next 2 weeks, baby her like we always do, and we're hoping that she might be able to rebound where she can live a lot longer even with the heart disease. So that's our good news. Earl says, my dad has $473,296. All right, that's great. That's good. That means he's doing something right in life, and he should be very proud of himself. That's good news. And so that's our good news for today. Jasmine, that's nice. Yeah. Jasmine, you know, we're excited about it. I mean, I point blankly just asked him with the wife there because, you know, her and I are both so freaking stressed over our dog dying that, you know. Let me move my chair, my back's hurting. All right. So, because she literally will go flat. Her breathing will get irregular. Her tongue starts to hang out. She won't eat, you know, and we're just waiting for her to die. And so I just had to ask him today, you know, look, if she's dying, that's fine. You know, we'll deal with it. But he says he didn't think so. So we're going to give her these drugs. Hope it is an infection. It clears up. Because we don't want her to die. We don't want her to die, guys. Earl, he works, is called Fire and Smoke Barbecue House. All right. Yeah, all right. So he works at a barbecue joint. Okay. Earl, Joe says, if you're in a music scene, record your own music. Someone will see it and get in touch with you. Yeah. Joe's right. You know, and if you know MJ, he does more technical music and stuff like that on YouTube. Man, I'm having trouble seeing today for some reason. So, Greg, greeting from Australia. Much love and health. Thank you so much. I probably pronounced your name wrong, and I apologize for that. So I'm just going to call you Soul. So thank you for being here from Australia. We have another great friend, Craig Parrish from Australia, that comes in a lot. So we enjoyed the folks from Australia quite a bit. So thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. But Joe is right. Whatever you're doing, whether it's music, art, entertainment, pets, whatever you want your channel to be, do it the best you can and see if you get recognized. I mean, like I said, we're a very small YouTube channel. We only have 3,600. We need 100,000 subscribers. But I have 10 videos out there. About 10 of my videos get played all the time. So my watch hours are high, my views are high, my likes are high, my comments are high, because I got about 10 out of 1,000 videos that get seen quite a bit by people. They're evergreen videos. They continue to grow. So I try hard to make evergreen videos. But so I've got about 10 out of 1,000 that get seen a lot. Do you watch NFL and NBA? I do not. I don't, I love sports, don't get me wrong. I don't like the drama with professional sports. I think they're a bunch of spoiled rich kids that don't understand what they have. I think they're selfish. I think a lot of them are, they are going to regret the decisions they made in life down the road. I don't think, they're not all of them, because there's the exception to the rule. But no, I don't really like the politics, the athletes, the drama, and the BS. When a sport refuses to acknowledge the American flag, I don't want anything to do with you. If a sport thinks it's okay to be anti-American and it's an American sport, I don't want to watch you. You can have your own personal views, but no. It just doesn't work for me. Sorry. If you don't like America, then get your happy ass, pack your bags, and go move somewhere else. There's all kinds of things that I don't like about America, but there's all kinds of things that I do like about America. And we can talk about the negative things in hopes of trying to improve things, and this is no matter what it is. But if I was making millions of dollars a year off of American citizens, I wouldn't treat them like garbage. You're probably right. I'll show that. Earl, you're probably right. I probably did say that. I probably will say it again in my life. So I don't like that. I don't like that. Not all athletes are like that, and college sports is becoming a business, and it's becoming yucky and messy also, and I'm not real happy about college sports at the moment either, because it's now just nothing truly but a money grab. But I don't know, if you like it, I think you ought to embrace it. There's a lot of really good channels out there that are into sports. I don't watch them, but there are. There's a lot of great YouTube channels about culture, dating, relationships. There's a lot of YouTube channels I don't like, and I have policies. Here, I got to throw in my words for my title. Let me make sure I throw that in there. They're not my policies to do some of these channels the way that they do their channels, but that's okay. The good thing about, I guess, YouTube, especially coming from an American standpoint, is everybody has the right to do their YouTube channel the way they want. Now, is it something that you got to ask yourself, are you building a channel that you can be proud of? Or are you building a channel just to make some money? Or can you blend the both? And I think you can blend the both. But the YouTube channels, for all of you girls out there, and who all you're trying to do is raise funds by showing skin, basically you're just a prostitute. That's how I see it. I don't hate you for it. I don't disrespect you for it, because I think it's perfectly okay for you to do that. I think how I look at that is, I think it's interesting how many pathetic men there are in the world who thinks by going to some channel where there's a girl showing skin, and they give them money through super chats or PayPal or gifts, that somehow that girl is going to like them who lives 7,000 miles away. Yeah, I'm going to like you. Look, if you donate $1,000 to my channel, I'm going to tell you how great you are all day long on my channel. But that doesn't mean that you're going to be moving into my house. See what I mean? A lot of these delusional men have a fantasy in their head that, oh my God, I chat her up on text or on chat, whatever this is, and I give her money and she gives me special attention and smiles at me. Man, she must really like me. She can't like you. She doesn't know who you are. She's never seen you. She's never been with you. She doesn't know who you are. Do you have a 36 one subscribers? That is it. That's it. Yes. I have 3,610 or 15, somewhere right in there. What's weird thing about that is Dean is in the house. Chat. Thank you, the chat. Dean, thank you for being there. Dean Goldberry, everybody. Say hello to Dean Goldberry. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah. But look, I'll make you feel all warm and fuzzy if you want to give me money. Hell, if you like men and you want to give me enough money, I'll tell you that you're doing a great job. Whatever you want. Most people will do that to earn money. And if you want to donate money to a channel because you like what they do, that's a different story. You can do that all day long. If you think Joe has a great channel and you want to donate money to him, then I encourage you to do that. Highly encourage you to do that. If you think some girl dancing half naked on the screen is what fires you up to donate her money, then I think it's pathetic, because why are you doing it? What's your motive behind it? What is the girl's motive? Is to make money. The guy's motive is to get the rocks off, right? Or the thought, the delusion, and the fantasy of having some imaginary girl in the Philippines who they only see on chat, saying, oh, Billy Bob's in the house. Hi, Billy Bob, my friend. You're so great. Oh, my God, it's Billy Bob. I'm so happy for you to be here, Billy Bob. Oh, Billy Bob, thank you so much. How are you, darling? It doesn't really work for me, but that's okay. So I'll tell you, I'm thinking of this about my subscriber count. What's happened, I've been working really hard to get my numbers and improve my channel. Been doing really well. My goal was to get to 4,000 by the end of January. I doubt if I'd get there because I'm 390 short by the end of January. So I only got a few weeks. So it doesn't look like I'm going to get there. But here's what I found interesting, Joe, and you can relate to this. You guys that have channels can relate. I have gained in the last 2 weeks. I did this. I just looked because my numbers barely are going up compared to where they were going up, and now they're just kind of barely going up. So I checked my data the other day, and I have 50 new subscribers, and I've lost 40 subscribers. So I have a net gain of 10 versus a net gain of 50. And it's kind of weird, but sometimes in the YouTube world, that happens. You go through a period where you can lose, or when you're gaining, you barely gain. You don't gain a true number. Nothing you can do about it except to encourage people that are going to subscribe to your channel to do it the right way. That's about all we can do. And I just got to write it out. There's a lot of things that a lot of channels, I'm losing subscribers. Why? Is it because a lot of those didn't subscribe to me the right way? And YouTube is finally getting around to run their analytics on my channel going, oh, yeah, well, this person didn't do it right. So boom, they're out of here. Did I send you a video that I made about what we did last year? I don't think so, Joe. I don't think you did. So that's what so you got a lot of ups and downs with YouTube. I think you need to come up with a policy plan for your channel. How do you want to behave? How do you want to be seen? How do you want to be known? What do you want your channel to do? I want my channel to pay me a bunch of money. Absolutely. I wanted my channel to give me enough money that I can help the people of the Philippines. Absolutely. I want my channel, these aren't policies, but these are wishes and dreams, that my wife would not have to work ever again, that we could make enough money doing this. Earl's asking, do you know Nick A30? No, I don't know that channel, I don't think. What is his channel about? So, but I think you ought to come up with a policy. I think you ought to come up with rules, regulations, policies, however you want to say them, on how you want to do your channel. Do you want to be known as somebody who hates on people? We have a policy not to spread hate. We try extreme. Now, I call things the way I see it, but we're not going to hate on anybody. We don't care what your religious beliefs are. We don't care who you sleep with. We don't care how you identify. If you're respectful, then you're welcomed. Now, you have to be open-minded to be on this channel, though, because you're going to get opinions from others and myself that you may not like. But that's what this channel is about. We had a great conversation last night with people from different walks of life, and it went on for hours because everybody was respectful and understanding that people have their own opinions and they're right, and they have a right to that. Oh, he's a gamer, just playing Fortnite. Yeah, to be honest, my wife bought me one of those, I don't even know where it is. I wonder where she put it. She bought me one of those, the thingies. What are the thingies called? The goggles. I can't remember what it's called now. You guys know. She bought me one of those for Christmas. I really didn't want it, but she bought it. I never asked for it, but she thought I would enjoy it, so we got it. What is it called? The Quest 3? Is that right? The Quest 3? But I'm not a big gamer. I've never played Fortnite. Maybe if I ever looked it up, I might be interested in it. We did have a subscriber. The professor donated some money to us the other day so that we could buy a game for our Quest 3 thing, because he wants me to download one game so we can play together, which I will. I promise, Ronald, if you're listening, we're going to get that solved this weekend. But I've never been a big gamer when it comes to like action things. I'm one of these people that thoroughly enjoys puzzles and knowledge. So I'm hoping that Quest thing has like trivia in it. Science, history, geography, religion. I want to read, I want to study history, trivia. I want to learn things in my games. Those are the games I like to play. So if you have a recommendation for a really good game that makes you smarter, that gives you knowledge, let me know. It's the best game in the world. What is, I'm sure we got subscribers that have told me in the past, but what is it about? What is the game about? Because I don't know. I've never played it. I like puzzles. Maybe I'm simple-minded. Old people like puzzles. I'm going to get ready to build a model. I'm going to start building a model ship. And I'm going to do live streams while I build my model ship. So we're going to start live streaming me building a model ship sometimes. But I like, I like word games. I just like science stuff. I like, history. I like things that make you think. I don't mind games where you just, sit around and kill people. Well, that's all right, but it kind of gets boring. I like driving games. I like to be a driver. I like driving things and running things over. So I like those type of games. I like to go fishing in games because I fish in real life. But I don't really know a lot about the games, to be honest. When I was a kid, I had a buddy that had an Atari, and we played Pong and Tank and tabletop or tennis or Pong, whatever you want to call it, and things of that nature back in the day. But we do have a not a PlayStation. What's the other one? My wife has a, what's the other one? What's the opposite of the PlayStation? The Nintendo something? Nintendo, it has little controllers you snap on it and all that. We have one of those. We barely play it. It's probably haven't been played in months. It's about winning the game and you win money. Do you mean real money or do you just rack up money points? Nintendo Switch. Yeah, we have one of those. It's in the office over there where my wife is. It's a 12-second video. Okay, Joe. Let me see if I can pull it up on my iPad. Yeah, we have a Nintendo Switch and we have some games downloaded on that. And it's okay, but I'm pulling up the video, Joe. Oh, I see. You did a little video synopsis. Yeah, I'm looking at it in Messenger. Oh yeah, you did the like a video of the synopsis from the year-end review from YouTube. Yeah, I haven't even looked at mine. They sent me a thing saying, here's my year-end, but I haven't even looked at it. But that's cool, Joe. That's cool. So we have the Nintendo Switch. We have the Quest 3 VR thing, and which right now it kind of gives me a headache. I had to adjust the light, how bright it was. It was too bright. So I had to turn it down to where it's kind of darker in there. So it wasn't straining my eyes as much. So we had that problem with it. Oh, it's real money, real money. So, Earl, let me ask, since I don't know, you're saying you win real money. So how much does it cost to play? Because somewhere the money has to come from. So where does the money that you would win, and how much money are you talking about? Are you talking about like $1? Or are you talking about $100? Are you talking about $1,000? But what do you have to do in the game? What is it that you have to do? How do you get what is the activity from point A to point Z? If I'm playing, Trivial Pursuit, then I'm answering questions. So what is it that you are truly doing in Fortnite? Because I truly don't know. But I'm poor and I'm cheap. If it costs money, I'm not really good at spending money on games. I like the free stuff. It's like the other day when my friend, the professor, wanted me to download, hey, it's MBP Fishing. I want to make sure I got, I get dyslexia going on, so let me make sure that's right. Hello, I can't believe it's your first time in chat. Well, we appreciate you being here, man. Thank you. How are things going in the fishing world? I love to fish, my friend. I wish I could fish like any Finn and all the other guys, but I just can't. But it's free game. Mike, okay. So Linder's back in the house. Happy first Friday of 2025, everybody. Yes, amen. So MB Fishing, you guys all say hello to each other. Have you done that? Earl, say hello to these good people, MBP. Please say hello to everybody. Joe, say hello to everybody. So Linder, thank you for being here again. Okay, so the game Fortnite is free, but what do you do? Do you build a house? Do you pet a dog? Do you drink water? I don't know what you do. MVP Fishing, welcome to the community, friends. Thank you, yes, thank you for being a member. We love our members. We do indeed. Thank you very much for being a member. We appreciate that more than you know. Because you may not know this, but one thing we do with all of our membership money, we turn it around and we donate it to the Philippines. We donated 350 pounds of rice to the Philippines for the new year, and we're working on a project for this summer for school supplies for the Philippines. So every membership that we get, we save that money, set it aside to use to donate to somebody else. So thank you. Any friend, Bob says a friend of mine, yeah, Bob's a great guy. I mean, great channel. I remember when he very first started his channel, I caught him early. And I don't get to watch him as much as I would like to, especially during the winter, because he's out there freezing his butt off fishing, which makes me cold. And, you know, I'm just like, yeah, I'm crazy. Earl King, in your phone and PC, Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation. Okay? So I get you can play Fortnite on all those different formats, right? We wish each and every day the happiest of the new year. That's right. Okay, so Earl is saying Fortnite is where you kill people and AI and build and fight. So it's like, what was the game that was so popular in the 90s and the 2000s that all the gamers are playing? Where they would build cities and raid other villages and things. I had friends that were into that deep. What was that game? Anybody remember that game back in the 90s, 2000s, where people were, man, it was the hottest game on the market. But you would run around and conquer and steal and kill the other communities and not a city, okay? Sims, no, not Sims. Soul Ender says, it's cold one up here. Yeah, it's cold where you're at. We may get it. Joe's going to get snow, maybe. And we may get a snowflake, but it's going to be cold this weekend. No, it wasn't Sims, but this is a war game. It was a game where they played war all the time. They're basically villagers killing each other and you're building an army. But I had friends that were majorly into that. MVP says, same here. Been doing only 2 hours live streams instead of 4. Judy, because I stay out any more than that. 30 degrees. Yeah, I agree with you, buddy. 2 inches of snow in St. Louis. Jesus Christ, that's horrible. Yeah, I love the fishing channels, and you know, I'm going to try to do better on my lives when I do fishing ones, and I got a new fishing channel myself. That once weather gets good here and I do live streams fishing, I'm going to try to do them a little bit better, and I'm going to add those to my new channel. So you guys have encouraged me to do better fishing. Dale Vlogs in the house and gaming. Hello. I'm a friend of Soul Lenders. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. So do you guys remember that? I know a lot of you guys are young. Hey, Joe from MVP. Soul Lender. It's 3, but feels like negative 19. That's funny. Look, anything below 30 is cold. I don't care if it's negative 30 or negative 2,000. It's all cold to me. Soul Binda. Hello from Joe. When you kill people, you get another person's gun. Yeah. Linder, sorry, yeah. How's my hometown? Joe says he's from St. Louis, is what he's meaning there. Go check out everybody, okay. His gaming channel there. He just dropped the link there. We can do that. Hey, King. Earl King, me. Soul Linder, I shared out the stream to thank you for doing that. We appreciate that. So, okay, but I need you young guys, you gamers, to tell me, because now I really need to know. What was the big mythical war game where they had like creatures and ogres, I think, that people were playing when, back in the 2000s. Back in the 2000s, it was Warcraft. Is that it? Is that it? Did I get it right? Warcraft. Is it kind of like the modern version of Warcraft? MVP Fishing. Hey, Joe and Jenny, good to have you. Thank you. World of Warcraft. Yes. Okay. Earl King says, I liked and subbed. We appreciate that. We need that. We need all the love we can get. All right. I only played it once and I found it irritating. So I didn't play it. But, one of my big goals next year, we're hoping, if everything goes well for us, we're hoping for this year, in 2025, we're hoping for a good year. We're hoping we might get to move to the Gulf Coast, MBP, and I'm going to do fishing in the Gulf Coast of Mexico. I'm really excited about making a channel about fishing in the Gulf Coast. Dale Vlogs and Gaming, World of Warcraft, yes it is. One of my good friends played the game before. And I am from the airport area. What about you? Airport area of St. Louis, Missouri, which is cold. You guys are getting snow. You're going to get more snow, I think. Joe, I didn't check the weather for your area, but are you in the target of the snow front that's coming? Soul says, if we want to talk about cold in Churchill, Manitoba, Canada, it's negative 19, feels like negative 49. See, that's my point. Once it's cold, it's cold. It just doesn't matter how damn cold it is, it's cold. You know? You know what I mean? It's just, that's why I don't like the cold. I don't like it. I hate how cold it is in this part of the country. I can't stand how cold it is. On the edge there, Joe says, on the edge of the snow front. And that's what we've been told, that we may be a sandwich. Maybe northern Mississippi and parts of Louisiana gets snow and Missouri gets snow, but we in Arkansas are supposed to miss it. But then again, things could shift and we could get an ice storm right here where we're at. We're prone to getting ice storms. North St. Louis, down by the arch. Outstanding. Thank you all. Wow, that's great. So what kind of fish, what's the, where's your, MVP, where's your go-to spot? Is there a lot of fishing spots in St. Louis, or is it just the river? Mr. Solinder here wears shorts in the negative temperatures. Well, when I was a young man, I would do that, but I'm smarter now, and I don't want my testicles to freeze off. So I wear pants in the winter because I've gotten old and smart. So, but when I was young, like you guys, I would walk around in the snow in flip-flops and shorts too. But I've learned, I've grown old. Joe says, I've spent time in that area. So, yep, that's correct. So, a lot of spots in St. Louis. Well, I know the river's there. I didn't know they had a lot of lakes or what, Well, see, being in the Dakotas, you're in the perfect location then. If you love the snow, being in the Dakotas is your spot. There you go. I couldn't stand it. I can't stand it. I don't like how cold it gets here. All I can say, one thing I'm very excited about for this new year, today is what, January the 3rd? Is that correct? January the 3rd or 4th? You know what that means? It's January 3rd. Tomorrow's the 4th, 5th, whatever. We just keep getting one day closer to warm weather. That's it. If we never see freezing weather, if we never see rain, if we never see snow, I will be a happy camper. But I don't wear flip-flops. Well, I didn't wear flip-flops. I wore sandals. I don't like flip-flops because I don't like that thing sticking between your toe. I hate that. So I don't wear flip-flops. I wear sandals. Earl King, I get bit by a snake in the finger and I thought I would die. All right, well, what kind of snake was it? Do you know? And here's something I'm going to tell you. If a snake bites you and you're not dead in 24 hours, you're not going to die. All right? So after 24 hours, you don't have to worry about dying. Now your arm may fall off, your hand may turn black, you may have nerve damage, but you're not going to die after 24 hours. But I still encourage you to go get medical treatment immediately. But if you survive the first 24 hours, you're not going to die. Fishing says, my favorite spots are fairground parks and lots of big largemouth and the Mississippi down by the granary. Big buffalo carp, grass carp, and some big catfish. Yeah, fishing, one thing I'm jealous of, I see on YouTube, and my brother who lives in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they got so many ponds at like condominiums and resorts and buildings and golf courses and everywhere that you can go and fish at and have a great time. We're not allowed to do that here. Every pond that's not in a city park is off limits. You can't go to an apartment complex and fish in a pond. It's gated off. We don't have little places to go fish. Farmers don't want you on their land. You can ask permission, but 90% of the time they will say no. But you always need to ask permission. We don't have a lot of great places. When I've gone to visit my brother, him and he's took me to places. We pull up in this big, beautiful condominium complex, and here's this big-ass lake. In the middle of it, this big pond. And we get out and fish it, and nobody cares. In this part of the country, that doesn't happen. We need to do a month of freezing temperatures to get rid of the bugs. No, the bugs are already dead, Joe. I put bug killer outside. They're already dead. Evelyn's World, hello, I am back. And you are back. How are you? How was your Christmas? How was your New Year's? Dell Vlogs and Gaming, every year in May, Canada is on fire. And June or July, mostly August, half of the state north of Dakota is on fire. A lot of brush fires, grass fires. Yep, a lot of private here too. They'll call the cops on you and the Karens get on. Yeah, that's the way it is here. But when we were kids, at least when I was young, that wasn't the case. But now, no siree. No siree. But I remember as a kid going to all kinds of weird little ponds and mud holes to fish in, and nobody ever said a word to me. Now, no, absolutely not. So it's sad. And the Karens and Darrens have run it all for all of us. We have too many Karens and Darrens in the world. And if you're one of them, don't be. Do better. So, Evelyn's World. Everybody say hello to Evelyn's World. You guys say hello to Evelyn's World for me. But we're hoping if we get to go live down by the Gulf Coast, there's so much intercoastal waterways that there's a lot of parks and creeks that are publicly accessible that somebody who's handicapped like me can take my mobility scooter and my truck and I can find plenty of areas to fish. Because part of my limitation in doing a lot of outdoor fishing is I can't creek fish like I used to. I can't walk up and down the rivers anymore. I can't do it. I have to fish in a place where it's safe for me to fish, and so I don't get to enjoy it. Soul Lender's asking, Dave, I'm at your door sitting outside. Well, then you're probably sweating since you're from up north. Hello, everybody from Soul Linda. Because it's only about 35 degrees here. So compared to what you're used to in the Dakotas, you're probably sweating down here. So that's what I'm hoping, because right around me, I don't have very good fishing spots. Thank you for saying hello to Evelyn's World there, Dell Vlog and Gaming. We appreciate that very much. We do indeed. We like it when you guys talk to each other. We like it when you say hello and acknowledge other people. Parks down here have great access for wheelchair accessibility. O'Fallon Park especially. They have it stocked with trout right now. You can literally drive up a foot from the shoreline. We have a couple lakes, but they wait until January. In this part of the country, this is January. So I need to look up our Game and Fish site, because here soon they're going to do the same thing. They're going to stock them with trout. And so when we get nice days, I'm going to go and try to do some trout fishing on the little lakes that I go to here. So, yeah. So we have that too. We do that here. I'm loving it. Brought you some snow. Nice. Earl King says hello. Do you love God? The question is, does God love you? It's kind of like people always ask, do you love your wife? Well, the real question would be, does your wife love you? We do have some good fishing areas in this area. Yeah, I think Missouri does okay. I think Arkansas does okay. I think Louisiana, I mean, all of it has good fishing. The real question is it exciting? You know, if, you know, fishing in PA and anything and everybody who fishes a lot, we need fish activity. We need to be fishing. We want to fish. We want to catch fish. We want to be entertained. So that's the challenge. Everybody say hello to our good friend PA Outdoors. Cheers. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year's. We got some good news today, PA. I know you've been around long enough to know that our dog's in heart failure. Our doctor told me today that he did not think she was in immediate proximity or danger of dying. And he thinks that not only does she have heart failure, which we know, which is stable, but she also has a bad infection, which is causing all the other problems. So we got her on some really strong medicine, but I point blankly asked him today if my dog was going to die, and he said no, he did not think so. He did not feel that was the case. So, PA, thank you for being here. Hi, MVP Fishing, yes. Hi, King and PA. I'm sure MVP and PA know each other. So, but it's good that everybody says hello to each other. I get bored easily. So if I'm not on a boat, we used to have boats. So when I go shore fishing, I need activity or I need something to do. That's why I started live streaming my fishing trips, because it gives me something to do while I'm waiting for the damn fish to bite. MVP, all goes a little stir crazy when I don't get out for, yeah, I'm with you. I go stir crazy too. And you got to get that vitamin D. You got to get that fresh air. But I like to fish, but I don't want to fish where I know I'm not going to catch anything, where it's not active, where it's not a good, why would you do that? We have one of the top 10 trout fishing areas in the country right here where I live. White River, Beaver Dam, White River, you probably ever heard of it, Cotter, Arkansas. The problem with live streaming there is you're inside of a ravine between mountains and you can't get any signal. So trout fishing's really easy up there, and it's fun and it's easy, and you can catch your limit in no time, but you can't live stream it, you can only video it. But I want to have activity. That's why I think fishing in brackish water or salt water is interesting and fun, because you never know what's going to pick up that bait on the bottom and take off with it. You don't know if it's going to be a catfish, it's going to be a flounder, it's going to be, hell, a sea bass, a redfish, a snapper. You just don't know. Pompano, what's going to get you? That's exciting to me. When I go to Beaver Lake, I know I'm going to catch either a perch, maybe a crappie if I get lucky, a bass, a catfish. That's it. I know that's what I'm going to catch. And I got really good at fishing out of the boat and being very successful in targeting fish. And I like the challenge. I like a challenge. But now that I don't have a boat and I don't want to own a boat again because of my health, I want to be able to fish from the shore comfortably, live stream it, and have some action. I don't care what we catch, because we don't eat any of the freshwater fish. We eat trout. When we go trout fishing, we will keep a few trout, but we don't eat bass or catfish. We don't. My wife doesn't like freshwater fish. But saltwater is a different story. But, you know, it is what you're going to do, right? So that's what I try to do. It's how I try to embrace it, have fun with it, enjoy it, and do the best I can with everything that I do. Last year, we did some live streaming out at zoos. We took some trips and took you guys along with us. That worked pretty well. So we have some apparatuses, the devices that I put my camera on and attach it to my mobility scooter, and I can take you guys all around the zoo. We did that a few times, and that was a good adventure outdoors. Same thing with some nature trails. The only problem is I feel bad because here I am riding a mobility scooter and my wife is doing all this walking. So I really need, and Joe knows this, and I've talked about this before, I need to save up enough money so that I can buy a new mobility scooter because mine is not good enough to go outdoors. Mine's an indoor one that I use outdoors, and it is not very good for what I use. So I need a new mobility scooter. But sometimes I feel bad because my wife does all the walking and I do the riding. Bass and catfish are great food. Crappie and bluegill are good. I agree they're good, especially crappie. You know, we've eaten a lot of crappie, and my wife didn't mind crappie. Bluegill, if you get them in clean water and you get the bigger ones, we don't like the dirty water fish. We don't like that. But if you get some bright color like in a stream or a creek, those are really good. And I've cooked those up for my wife and she agreed they were good. But when you get them out of a dirty, stagnant pond and they're all dark in color, then we don't like those. So maybe we're a little picky. But she prefers saltwater fish coming from the Philippines, being on an island, you know. So that's what we do. We've eaten everything. We just choose not to. I choose to catch and release. We don't need, I don't like them so much that I'm willing to bring them home. I don't see them. Now, trout maybe, but we only need about 5 trout and that's it. And then we're good for probably a month or two, not wanting trout anymore. So we're not gigantic freshwater fish eaters in any way, shape, or form. Saltwater, brackish water, because you never know what you're going to get, is okay. And we love deep sea fishing. I've taken Lorelei deep sea fishing, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. And she's absolutely loved deep sea fishing. And if I ever won the lottery, man, we would deep sea fish at least once a week. You know, that's what we would do. We'd go shark fishing, grouper fishing, you name it. We would go deep, deep, deep in the water. We like to saltwater fish. We like to fish the intercoastal waterways, you know, the shallows. MVP, you know this from the area, there's nothing like mudcat from Mississippi. Yeah, you're right. There is nothing like a mudcat from Mississippi. Mudcat, yeah. We just don't enjoy catfish enough to do that. I don't mind farm raised at restaurants, but catfish has never been a favorite food of mine. Eaten it a lot growing up. I used to catch it a lot and clean it and skin it and cook it and save it. We did that for years when I was a lot younger. And maybe you just kind of get burned out on it. Maybe it's just one of those things like, well, you know, you kind of been there, you done that. And I guess maybe the difference is we can go over to our local Asian store and pick up red snapper, sand bass, flounder. We can pick up all kinds of other fish at the local markets here. They're frozen, but we can buy saltwater fish at a pretty decent price. And since it's only 2 of us, we can go and buy 1 3 or 4 pound or 2 pound pompano and have 2 good meals off of it. We can buy a red snapper at the Asian market, spend, I don't know, $10 and eat it for 2 or 3 days because there's, you know, it's that much meat on them. So that's how I do it. Yeah, Joe. But here's something my wife taught me in Florida when we were down in Cocoa Beach, Florida, which we love Cocoa Beach, Florida, was, and here's a trick if you like good fish, cheap fish. We found that if we went to the place that sells fish, fillets, you know, the local markets, hang on, I gotta answer my wife. So Lorelei and I would go to the fish store where you could buy, you know, fresh fish right off the ocean. There's my beautiful wife, thinking of her. Everybody say hello to the wife, to Mrs. Pack. She says, hi, my love. That's me, not you guys, just so you clarify. But Lorelei, when we were in Cocoa Beach, I was just going to tell them about how much meat there was in the heads of groupers. And people were bringing their catch to these local fish markets, and they would clean it and process it, and then they would leave the carcasses behind. And then we would buy the carcasses for like 38 or 39 cents a pound. And they would have all of this meat still in the heads that you knew how to cook and made really well. So a lot of different ways that to do things. So, but that's just kind of the way it is, right? Yep, I cook good fish. Lorelei cooked good fish. HTN is in the house, says, hello, everybody. Well, hello to you, HTN. How are you? Are you feeling better these days? Are they predicting that you guys might get a light band of snow to coming through northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, maybe northern Mississippi? I think they were saying the other day you guys might get a light band that comes through that misses us. How is Daisy? Daisy's good. I'm in the kitchens, I can't show you. But you know the new cave that you made for Lily, right? The cave? She's sleeping on top of the cave. So she crawled all the way up over on top of it like a cat, and she's sleeping on top of the cave. So she's doing good. I think the pain pills is working. Not stay longer, I'm going to work. All right, have fun at work. Yep, I'm doing better, HTN says. Everybody say hello to Henry, please, HTN. Well, good. I'm glad you're doing better. I know, well, I keep hearing that it might snow here, too. I saw the weather, and it says, it kind of looks like Missouri's going to get hit. Arkansas is kind of like in where I'm at, the clean zone. Then maybe a little band coming out of Texas, hitting northern Louisiana, northern Mississippi, dipping down. So it's kind of a weird thing, but time will tell this weekend because they're saying it's going to happen this weekend. So everybody say hello to Mrs. Pack. Don't forget to say hi to her. But we'll have to just wait and see what it does. I'm not too worried about it. All right, back to work now. My headset is not charged. Okay. Yeah, Henry, time will tell, right? Because, look, the forecast for weather can change within minutes. They're saying now that we may not even see a flurry, but a quick shift, and we could have a foot of snow on the ground. So you just don't know until it actually happens, until it's actually happening, because So Diana was in last night for a minute. She said that her back was hurting her. So she said she was trying to get some rest from working too hard. So hopefully she's doing good today. But, so yeah, we got good news about our dog Daisy. Anyfin, there's Anyfin. Listening and driving. Were your ears burning? Anyfin, who has a great fishing channel, if you guys haven't checked him out. Was your ears burning? We were talking about you earlier. So we're talking about watching your channel in the cold, and I was telling some of the other fishing channels that we know that it's just, I try to watch you in the mornings, but it makes me cold watching you sit out there in that cold weather and fish. My God, my bones ache just watching you fish in that cold, windy weather, So, but we're glad you're doing well. Thank you for coming in and supporting us. So, I know things are going well for your channel. I hope they continue to grow this year. I got a good feeling that you may be able to break 5,000 subscribers this year in the year 2025. You just keep up doing what you're doing and don't worry about anybody else or anything else. You just keep doing and doing, all right? My goal is to get to 4,000 this year, I guess is my new goal. So, but yeah, so you guys up in your part of the country are probably living in snow by now. But that's what they're saying, that we may or may not get snow. We just don't know. We're not going to worry about it. I'm not going to stress over it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We got plenty of food. If Lorelei has to go to work, I can drive her. She's not very far. Our Subaru does well in the ice and the snow. better than most cars I've ever driven. And the bad weather, that Subaru just, man, I'm telling you, very impressed how well a Subaru does in bad weather. Extremely impressed. And you don't even, I mean, it's hard to make that thing be a slippy sliding sled. But we got plenty of food, we always do. A lot of times Lorelei can work from home if the weather's bad. They don't want to give her the day off, but they'll say, well, you know, you can work from home. Take the computer and go to your home and work and make us some money. Because that's what companies do. So, but we're hoping everybody's going to have a great year. Our dog's feeling better. Or I was telling you guys, I'm very excited, and I've said this if you've heard, that I asked my vet today point blank, is my dog with heart failure going to die? Is she dying? Because we've been on death watch a number of times in the last few weeks. Lorelei and I both have sat here and held our dog thinking it was taking its last breath. And so I asked him today when we went back to the vet, look, here's what's going on. We're on death watch. Is she dying or not? And he told us that he did not think she was, that she had a bad infection. And that's what's causing all of the issues besides the heart failure. So we're giving her some different antibiotics and hoping, and some more meds, hoping that she can rebound from this infection. HTN says, well, you could get a Super Beetle Volkswagen to drive in the snow. Yeah, they do okay. They get a little squirrely in the front end because they're so light, but a Super Beetle would do okay. I mean, they're not four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, but the weight in the back helps them get around, especially, I've driven Beetles in the weather. When I was a young man, Beetles were common, the old Beetles, the Super Beetles, were pretty cool and common, the rubber gears. But I'm poor and I can't afford to buy another car. I'm trying to buy a house on the water, HTN. I can't afford a Super Beetle. I'm poor. Pat Riley's in the house. Everybody say hello to Pat. Good evening, everybody. So I'm Pat. Pat, we appreciate you being here and thank you for the thumbs up as always. So yeah, I hope you heard the good news about our dog. I asked my vet point blank today, is she dying or not? And he said, I don't think she is. I just think she has a serious infection that's causing her to have these episodes where she looks like she's dying. So now she has heart failure, so she is going to die. She's not going to live as long as we had hoped. But there's been many days that Lorelei and I have sat here and been on deathbed watch with her, which is the one thing that we both regret, but we know is going to happen. And it will destroy us when it happens. So I asked him point blank today, do you think she's dying? And he's like, no, I don't think she is. So everybody say hello to Pat. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for the thumbs ups, as always. So, yeah, when you're poor like me, HTN, Super Beetles and fun cars and all of that's out of the question. I got to keep the wife happy with her Subaru. She loves her Subaru. And I like it. I wish the seats were more comfortable, like a Lincoln. I wish the seats were more luxurious, because we have the top of the line Subaru, and it has every bell and whistle in it, and the seats aren't bad. But for long drives, I wish it had like Lincoln, luxury Lincoln seats, or Bentley seats, or something super comfy. The wind very strong outside today. Okay, wow. Our wind's been strong yesterday, calmer today. But we're supposed to get a cold front and a snow front coming through your part of the country, Joe's part of the country, HTN's part of the country, and it's supposed to miss my part of the country. So it's going to hit to the north of us and hit to the south of us, is what the prediction I saw last was. A band of snow and ice in southern Arkansas, northern Mississippi, Louisiana, and a band of snow going all the way from maybe Springfield north, going east. So you guys might be in shape for another round of bad weather for you guys. And I promise you this, if that happens, I will feel not sorry for you. I would just be happy that it's not us. Tim's in the house. Good evening, Pack. Good evening to you, Tim. How are you? Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate you. How is Tim doing in the Philippines? Give me how are things in the Philippines? Give me a report, Tim. What's going on in the Philippines? We were talking about the Philippines today, my wife and I. So that we're going to miss a wedding that we'd really like to go to, but we're going to miss one. Tim is saying hello to everybody. Yep, I'm looking for a new seats for my truck, and I think I have found the right ones. Very comfortable seats. What are you getting them out of? What can you, because I know the boat hole patterns, you're going to have to put new boat hole patterns and everything. Oh, Tim, don't even start with it's cold in the Philippines. What is it, 85 versus 92, Tim? Because we're having Arctic winter. We're having an Arctic winter coming. Arctic blast coming down from the Canada land, from Dennis land, from the Canadian Baconators land, coming down on a freezing America. They're saying that even Florida maybe get some cold weather. MVP Fishing's in the house saying hello to you, Tim, and hello to you, HTN. He has another great channel, by the way. Tim has a great channel too. But if you guys haven't checked out MVP Fishing, just go do that, please. I would appreciate that anyway. So Tim, tell me, 25 Celsius, which is about 82 or 83 degrees, right? Yeah, so there you go, Tim. They're from a Cadillac. Nice, all right. Anyfin is waving at everybody because he's driving, and he can't text and drive because that's a bad thing. So he's just waving at people saying, howdy, remember to come visit my channel too. Which I like all the fishing channels. I'm a fishing channel sucker, I guess. I'm into the fishing channels. Hey, Bob from MB Fishing. Yeah, I told Anyfin that you and I were talking about him earlier, about how he stands out there in that cold, cold weather for hours on hours fishing. So HN says, hey, Map. Oh, MVP, yes. So yeah, autocorrect there, Henry, right? Well, that's good. Cadillac seats should be good. But that's the only thing I don't like about Lorelei's, her Subaru. I mean, they're nice. They do all the things you want them to do. They got heat and air conditioner in them. But I just wish they were a little bit more softer. Something that, after 4 hours in the car, my back isn't hurting. MVP toys, I know. Typos, it's all right, typos. Autocorrect, well, at least it's correcting. What we have to worry about is when the computer starts to interpret what we say and then says it incorrectly to make us look bad, right? That's what we need to worry about, right? That, when they start going, oh, well, he means to say this, but I want to make him look bad, so I'm going to make it say this. It's getting me now, too, yes. Dang computers. But what will we do with or without them? Sorry, I missed yesterday's show. I had a 12-hour brownout. Oh, you missed a good one. We had a great conversation. Well, we had a very good conversation. Very deep, a lot of deep subjects. I mean, we went not off in the ditch. We just went deep into topics with a bunch of people. So we had a really good live stream last night where we asked questions and answered them and really gave a lot of thought and had everybody from different religions and parts of the world chiming in, and nobody got pissed or mad at anybody. But I understand the brownouts in the Philippines, let me tell you. You must have a very good electric underwear to stay out of there. They're going, yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, I got underwear. Or what do you call those, long johns? I have a pair of long johns somewhere in this house. But I don't want to go out where I got to wear them. I mean, got a new heater, Bob. Tara is going to hear the end of this, by the way. Uh-oh. Tara is not going to, sorry, let me read that. I'm trying to get my eyes. Tara is not going to hear the end of this, by the way. Go fishing. We didn't have computers. Well, that's all right. Computers are good. They're hatty. Fishing's good. I didn't feel like thinking about anything. There you go, Tim. Sometimes it's good not to think. It is. That's why we get distracted with our women folk, so we don't have to think, right? When our women folk are around, then we don't have to think because they think for us. Just in case my wife is listening in the background, Tim, I thought I would throw that out there. Bama's in the house. Bama, how are you, my friend? Bama is doing good, guys. We appreciate you coming in. How's your weather where you're at? You guys, because you're kind of in the same front that HTN is in. That's supposed to miss us, but go to southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, Mississippi. Are you guys thinking you might get some bad weather, Bama? We don't think we're going to get any. But here's what I want to do for you guys. One of these days, I got this planned out. Bama's a good guy, has a great channel, has a great family. He's a good guy. So if you guys haven't subscribed to him, please do that too. You guys all subscribe to each other. Remember to subscribe to me and give me a thumbs up, but you guys were good. Well, Bama, see, that's my point. You know, my wife tells me there's no reason for you to think I'm here. You know, I'm like, well, okay, just as long as I hide the credit cards before, you know, the day starts. But yeah, I don't know. Bama, I got news. I've told everybody this, but you're new. You're in here for a second. We got some good news about my dog, Daisy. The doctor doesn't think she's dying right now. She thinks she has a really bad infection that's causing her to make us think she's dying because we've been on deathbed watch with her now for the last few weeks. Took her back to the vet again today, gave her some big antibiotics. So we're hoping that's going to kick it. So some good news. Make sure your power banks are charged. That's right. Power bank. And I'm going to buy some new power banks this summer or this year. I've been using this one a lot and it's been working well. We bought this in the Philippines for like 10 bucks. I looked this up the other day. This is like $47 in America. So, Bachelor MVP Fishing says, Bachelor is me. Would you like to meet a Filipina? We know Filipina women and we can help you if you would like to be interested in marrying a beautiful Filipina. We can help you depending on what your goal is, what your mind is, if your mind is in the right place. And you guys will like this analogy, all of you fishing people. I tell us men that when we're after a beautiful Filipina, we need to fish in our own pond. All right? So somebody who's fat, old, and ugly like me, I got lucky and won the lottery when I got my wife. All right? But most old, fat, ugly guys like us, we need to fish in a pond where a woman would actually want us. You know. Bama says tomorrow through next Saturday will be in the lowest 20s and the high. Yes, it's going to be damn cold. In your part of the country, my part of the country, Texas, and Florida. But the good news is you get this really cold front to come through. It's going to kill us. It's going to make us bitch and whine. I'm going to cry a lot about it. But it gets us closer to spring. Oh, but here's what I was going to say. If we ever get a snowstorm, I've decided to do this for you guys. I'm going to live stream out in the snowstorm. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get Lorelei's car, or my truck, probably her car, and turn it around in the garage so the front is facing out. I'm going to set the camera up in the car and run the heater, and we'll live stream the blizzard that happens in Arkansas while I'm sitting in the car in the garage. That's my gift to you guys if it ever happens. HN says, I got 2 solar panel generators. They work wonders. They do. Solar panel generators work pretty good. We have a couple small ones for like electronics, so they work really well. But these battery packs work great. I would like to buy 1 or 2 more. I would like to buy one smaller, like Tim was talking about a credit card size one a while back. I would like to get a wallet size one a little bit smaller. And then I'm almost tempted to buy a bigger one. And why is to have that in the house in case we have a power outage so that we can run a fan and other things too. So that, you know, if it's during the summer and we get a power outage, I burn up, I get hot easy. That would be awesome, David. Yes. You think that'd be good? Tim, I was looking for a lady. It would be like fishing in Edwards Dry Lake Bed. Oh my God, Tim. But you ain't got a lady, so you don't got to look. I'm a stick man, very positive acceptance before my first cup of Java. Don't wear much, and those are happy with enjoying little joys in life. That's good. Hey, there's MJ. Let's do the Philippines. Howdy, folks. How are you? Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Let's do the Philippines. MVP Fishing and hello. You guys all like and subscribe and share each other and to my channel. Women, Filipino women are not like American women. They're simple, humble, good women. So we can talk sometime if you ever wanted to. If you ever want to learn more about the possibility of dating a Filipina, let me know. I'll be happy to share. You can watch our videos, which I would appreciate, but you can also just talk to me. So, MJ, what's going on in the Philippines? Tim said it was nice and cool in the Philippines where he's at today, meaning it was about 83 degrees, when it's going to be sub-zero here in the next 2 weeks. So we're not pleased with what Tim thinks is cool weather. So, he's been in the Philippines too long. He's been missing that Canadian air for too long. Well, yeah. And somebody was asking about you earlier in the live stream, MJ. They were talking about one of the music channels. I don't know if he's still in here or not in the background, but they were asking, talking music, and they brought your channel up. So I told him that you were an okay guy, that you weren't a horrible YouTuber. You weren't an e-beggar. You weren't a troublemaker. But yeah, if we get a blizzard, I'll go sit out in Lorelai's car and video the blizzard for you. As long as I don't have to be cold or be out in the blizzard, I'll be happy to let you watch the snowfall. Bama, are you going to be doing any more mowing videos this year on your channel? Are you continuing with that on your channel, Bama? I don't have a dedicated music channel. No, but they were talking about music and stuff, and they brought up your channel, and I said, yeah, you're a good guy, and, you know, gave you a thumbs up, and I think his name was Earl, if I remember right. I don't like it when it gets below 85 degrees. Well, I don't like it when it gets below 75, to be honest. My comfort zone is 75 to 90. So, MJ says, yep, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I know you don't have a dedicated channel, but you do a lot of music, and that's your vibe and part of what you do. So how's your channel going? Since you changed the name to Let's Do the Philippines, are you seeing more traction? 82 where you're at? Well, that's about where Tim is, temperature-wise. So, yeah. It's currently 38 degrees where I'm at. 38 USD degrees, not no European funny number. Just got in, turned on the AC already, 39 Celsius here today. Damn, that's hot, Craig. Craig, welcome in. Thank everybody said hello to Craig from Australia. We had another one of your Australian countrymen earlier in the chat. So thank you for coming in. And thank you for, it's hot. I'm glad you turned on the AC so you're nice and cool. Yes, name change seems to help a little. Good. Now if you want to help really grow your channel, I can send you a picture of me with my shirt off, and you can use that as your cover, as your logo or whatever you want to call it. That'll get you a lot of attention. I will be mowing videos this coming year, but I have other videos coming out on other stuff soon. Good. So if you guys haven't checked out Bama's channel, do that. That's good. I like the mowing channels, the mowing videos. I like that stuff. I like it. I like seeing the transformations. It makes me have a fond memory of back when I was physically able to do those things. I can't do it now. I have to pay somebody to mow my yard now. But it reminds me of back when I could really take care of my own yard and do all of that good stuff. And it makes me feel good to dream about the good old days when I could, do my own landscaping, trimmed my hedges, and did all that kind of. Really enjoyed it. So hopefully, when we go living down by the Gulf Coast, we'll have more time in the year to do a little bit more of that. So, but that's good, Bama, and I hope you keep feeling better and better and better, and I hope everything else gets better too in the house. So. But Craig says it's 39 Celsius in Australia. Ooh, clear that bush. Hey, some people like bushes. And I'm just saying, some people like the bushes to be trimmed. They like them to be shaped. And other people like them just to be wild and crazy. And then there are people out there that hate bushes. I'm one of the people that I have no problem with bushes. I like all kinds of bushes. I like tall ones, short ones, fat ones, round ones. I like bushes. I think they're great. I think they're good, so I have no problem with them. I like all kinds of them. Yes, Bama, northern Louisiana to southern, yes. I agree with you, man. Went from cutting my yard down south every week to mowing it up here and cutting my lawn once a month. Very, very different. I know. Good. Let's Do the Philippines says, Bama, I sub to your channel. Thank you for doing that, MJ. We appreciate you guys all subbing to each other. We got to figure out how to grow our channel so that we can make our channel dreams come alive. And one of the ways that we can do that is by subscribing and helping and supporting other channels, ourselves and other channels. Because we may lose, a lot of people may not stick with us through our journey, but we pick up a lot of new people during our journey. And if we're ever going to make money off of this YouTube thing, we got to get our numbers up. And the more numbers you have, the more people you reach out to, the more people that come in contact with you, makes your odds even better of getting to be a big channel. Henry says, well, got to go eat now. Take care, everybody. Henry, take care. Sub to you, Bama. Take care, Henry. Got to go. Have a great night. Appreciate you, Anyfin. Let's Do the Philippines. I like bushes. Bama. Back at you, MJ. Thank you. Good. Let's Do the Philippines. Wink, wink. Why are you winking about bushes? I don't understand. You either like them or you don't. I don't know what's so funny about that, but I like bushes. I prefer bushes, to be honest. So I don't, I would hate to have a yard without any bushes. So I very much prefer a bush in my yard. So that's just me. Maybe I'm old. Maybe it's a young person thing, right? Maybe that's a great question. Is there a generational thing? Do people under 30 prefer no bushes in the yard versus people above 30 or 40? Is there an age gap thing there where they do prefer bushes? I wonder. I wonder if that's a generational thing, an age thing. I just don't know. I think it's a great question. Let's Do the Philippines says you got 295 subs. You're getting there, man. You just got to keep plugging it. It's hard, and it's piercing is generational. I would agree with that. Now, I agree. I don't see there's any reason to drive a stake through my bush. I don't see any reason in that, any logic. But I guess it makes some people happy, but it's not my thing. But MJ, you just keep doing what you're doing. Look, we try to get to 4,000 subs by the end of January. It's not going to happen. I'm going to be lucky to get to 3,800. But I'm going to keep trying and just keep trying. Even when we get tired, last week or over Christmas, we were really tired. You know, we were stressing out over our dog, doing deathbed watch. Lorelai and I, we weren't really sick. We were just tired. So there was about 4 or 5 days that I should have live streamed and did work, but I just didn't. I just couldn't do it. I was tired. And so sometimes we get burned out on our YouTube channel. And that's something I'll encourage all of you guys to understand. Over the years, I've been burned out on my YouTube channel multiple times. So I take a break, I rest up, and then I come back when I feel like I want to come back. Bushes and tulips are nice. I like tulips. I'm a big fan of those. So, trying to figure out, MJ, what a tulip is. I don't know that reference. There's nice for that for sure. There's nice for that for sure, Pat says. I don't know the reference to tulips. I guess I have taken breaks from my yeah, and it helps. It helps you to regenerate. You know, sometimes you got all kinds of energy and you got thoughts and activities, and especially with those people that have a lot of health problems. You know, it's like Lorelai and I were literally just really tired for about a week. I mean, you know, we slept and slept and slept and just rested. And I'm still tired. I'm not, but it's winter time here. I'm cold. I'm stiff. I'm not as energetic. I can't go outside. I can't go outside in the mornings with you and have coffee in the mornings because it's too freaking cold. I get tired too and take little breaks. And I think that's the best thing to do. You know, to take some breaks, rest, think about what you want to do, get inspired. We all do it. We all do it. And I think it's perfectly acceptable, okay, and I think you should take breaks. I really do. I'm still trying to figure out the tulip reference. I'm working on that one, MJ. So maybe Craig understands that reference because Craig knows everything. Craig knows a lot of stuff, Craig. So, oh, you know what's really exciting? Man, this is going to be the most exciting weekend of the year. Man, you guys are going to be flabbergasted when I tell you what in the hell we're doing this weekend. You guys will never guess what we're doing this weekend. If anybody can guess, I'll send you an autographed picture of me without my shirt on. I am telling you, I will send it to you anywhere in the world if you can guess what we're doing this weekend. Man, I'm so excited. This is the best time of the year. But we're just happy our dog is doing good. Beautiful, our tulips are beautiful flowers. I totally agree. Calla lilies truly, really are one of my favorite flowers in the world. I love calla lilies. Love them. But I think they look more like a human body part than a tulip does. So I'm still trying to figure out the tulip reference. Bama says, going fishing. No, not going to go fishing. Nah, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Nope. I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with this. You don't even know what this is. It has something to do with this. Can you see this? See that? It has something to do with this. I'm so excited I can't hide it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And I don't know how long it's going to take us to do it. It may take us 3 days. So, fishing, no, see? I think you guys just don't want an autographed picture of me without my shirt on. I think you guys just don't want my picture. I think you guys know, but you just don't want my picture. You hurt my feelings. There you go, Tim. It is time. We're taking these down. Oh yeah, baby. I'll tell you, I'm excited. I get so tired of Christmas decorations. But I'm going to tell you a couple things we did. We went to Walmart on Friday. Taking down the Christmas decoration trees, and that's it, buddy. We went to Walmart on Friday. Christmas was what, Wednesday, right? Is that when the Christmas was? Or Tuesday? I don't know. We went to a Walmart and we got a bunch of stuff Christmas, like we need more, for 75% off. So we bought Christmas lights out the Yang Yang for 75% off for the outdoors. I hope we never use them, but we bought them. So, but what we're going to do this weekend is take down the decorations. I do got to go back to Walmart, and I'm going to have to buy some more plastic tubs because we bought so much Christmas crap this year, new, that we don't have enough containers to put it all. So I am going to go have to buy about 10 new plastic containers to help pack it all in. I will take my parole down Monday. All right. Is the picture going to be yeah, autograph. No shirt, autograph right across here. Woohoo! You know, maybe I'll do one of these poses and I can autograph it right here on the bicep. You know, flex a muscle. Our tree is, ours too. Ours is still up, but it's coming down this weekend. I hope we get the tree down because we have Christmas decorations everywhere. And, so we went to Walmart. We got a whole bunch of stuff on clearance. And I mean, we probably bought obviously, yeah, $500 worth of merchandise for $100. I mean, we stole the store. Because if nothing else, I'll just sell them to somebody else, you know. But we went to, you guys all may know, and put my hat on so I can show you. Maybe you guys know that I collect. Over the years, people have given me Santa Clauses. And I kind of collect them. I have a thing kind of for the old world ones like this versus the funny ones like this beach Santa. I kind of like the old antique ones. Whoops. Like that one. Is more my thing. But, so, what the hell's happening in my house? What the hell's happening? There it is. It was bad going there at Christmas at Walmart. People was fighting over game consoles. I know, isn't that stupid? Fighting over game consoles. So, we went to JCPenney over the weekend, and they had the last of their Christmas clearance. And Lorelei found these two really unique and cool Santa Clauses. Buy one, get one, and they were $10 each. They were regularly $80 at JCPenney. $80, big old things, and a very cool one. So we bought those. What did we pay? $10 each? Yeah, $20 for two of them, and the retail price was $160. Yeah, you know. People are mean. People are mean. I mean, is it game? Look, here's what I don't understand. When Christmas shopping or panic, just plan ahead. Just buy the damn PlayStation 5 a few weeks before. You know, I got Lorelei one of the better, I don't remember the number, but one of the better level of JBL outdoor party karaoke speaker thingies. You know, I bought her one. I bought her one of the good ones, not the cheap one. I got her a really good one. And I got a good deal on it going through JBL, the website itself. But I bought it back in October because I knew I was going to buy it. And I thought, well, as soon as I could get a really good deal on it and I got 30% off and free shipping, I bought it, wrapped it up, and I hid it. And so I didn't have to try to get anything at the last minute. So I don't understand why people don't plan ahead. Yeah, that's what I don't get, you know. You got to buy something, so just buy it so you don't have the stress. Some dude got his nose, jaw broken fighting in Walmart over game consoles. That's stupid. You know, especially when you can just go and order the damn thing online. We buy our Christmas gifts. See, that's what we do. We buy them early. Or we don't buy them at all. I gave away some watches. I bought some watches that I gave to friends, some male friends. But I bought them in November. I knew that I wanted to buy watches for them. I did my homework, I did my research. I waited and studied and got the best deal I could. And I bought them in late November, and they were here in a box ready to go. Many people do not remember to take all the decorations down. I have visited people in June and found Christmas decorations. I agree. No, I agree. My wife put up all of those lights in the living room that you saw, right? All those lights, those little bitty little thingies. She's going to leave them up. She's like, no, I want to leave them up so when I have a party again, I can just plug them in and we can do karaoke with the lights. And I'm like, okay. Okay, if that's what you want. It's stupid crap fighting. It is. But if you can't, this is what I don't understand. Why aren't we smart enough to plan ahead? Or do I just think they like the drama? I think people like the drama of saying, oh my God, I got to rush in and get a gift at the last minute. I'm going to overpay for some cheap shit from China that nobody wants in the first damn place. So I got to go get a heat and seat and massager thingy. I got to go get some new slippers. I got to get some of this. I got to get this. Oh my God, it's last minute. I got to go get somebody a new tie. Nobody gives a shit about the tie. You know, I think they like the drama. You know, they want the chaos. It validates who they are, I think. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I think it's a psychological condition where that's how they validate themselves. And I know people like that, that are, I've been to parties where the host is chaotic, you know. Our parties get a little busy, but I never get flustered. I never get chaotic. It is what it is. We bought my daughter some new luggage. Nice. It's got lost in shipping. So they sent it in order. It arrived 2 months later. Yeah, that's happened to me, believe it or not. And I've called up the company and said, look, you want this back? And I've had a lot of companies say, no, we don't want it back. I used to have the blue LED lights in my bedroom to help me with depression and high anxiety. Yes. These are soft white. They're not blue. I like the blue better too. I don't think these change colors. I think they just blink differently. Some are real soft and some are fast. But she wants to leave them up, and they're real thin. You can hardly see them, so it's okay. But you know, it's kind of like today. We had to go to the vet with Daisy, and I saw all of these Amazon trucks today. And I told Lorelai, I said, oh my God, I wonder if Amazon one day will be the biggest transportation company in the world. You know, are they already the biggest transportation company? Because look how much trucks there are. There's hundreds of them, you know, going up and down the roads. You have seen people fighting at Black Friday? Yes. And I don't go to Black Friday anyway. I don't do it. I won't do it. There's nothing at Walmart or Kmart or Target or Sears or JCPenney that is so damn important that I got to go on Black Friday to buy. One, I think most of the deals on Black Friday are not good deals. I think it's a little bit of a bait and switch. Yeah, I'm going to get a 60-inch TV, yay, for $200 less than what it was. Well, no, it's not quite the same TV, guys. It's a 60-inch, it's in a box, but it's not going to have all the same internal features that the one that costs $200 does. Why do you think they can sell it so damn cheap? You know? So I don't like Black Friday specials. I think a lot of those are bait and switch or a little bit of a scam. So I'm not into that. I'm into digging and looking and researching and finding good deals. I enjoy the blue lights like those used at the airport tarmac. Oh, all right. Nice. Pat says it doesn't go to Black Fridays either. I could see blue lights are sleuthing. Blue lights, it's kind of like the fish tank. You know, a lot of people like fish tanks, especially ones that have blue rocks in it, because the light gives off a nice, soft, gentle blue, the water and the rock, you know. So we got, our fish tank has a blue thing to it, and we like it. I don't know if it keeps us calm or not, but we like it. Versus something, I don't like bright lights. I'm not in my coma, I don't like bright lights. I had an issue with lights in my coma, And I'm very, I have a, there's a trigger for my PTSD that is light, that has something to do with lights. So I got to be very careful. I'm always looking to make sure that that particular light that happened to me in my coma is not, that I don't go around it, is how to say. Very relaxing color. Good, yes, nothing wrong with that. We also use sound machines or white noise machines. And I'm telling you, those are wonderful. Our dogs, we use them in the bedroom. The dogs sleep through the night because they can't hear all the cars outside anymore. So it helps us by keeping the dogs calmer because they can't hear what's going on outside. So they sleep, which allows us to sleep versus going, dogs jumping up in the middle of the night chasing after somebody who slammed the car door outside. I don't know. All right, my friends, why don't we start winding this one down for tonight? It is Friday night here in America. It's Saturday morning in the Philippines. So we appreciate everybody coming in. We do indeed. And I'm excited about tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a live stream during the day, pulling down decorations, dancing and singing. Might make my wife mad, so I better not do that. But excited about my dog. May not die, not at least not right now. Very excited to hear my vet say that he didn't think she was at death's door. He saw her at her worst and said, no, I think it's an infection. So I'm very happy that if we get another year out of her. We love our dog, My dog took care of me so much, more than you could ever imagine after my coma, coming home, being so sick. She woke me up when I was having night terrors. She would sit on me and lay on me and comfort me. You just don't know how much dogs can do for you. And mine did a lot for me. So I know she's going to die and it's going to suck like a mother effer. And if she gets where she's suffering, I will do the right thing, of course. But if we don't have to, but that dog saved my life. I'm telling you, you don't know. Saved my insanity. Because after the coma, I'd come home and I had such PTSD so bad that both my dogs slept on me, around me, and when I started having full-blown terrors, they woke me up. They pounded on my chest, you name it, they did it to help me out. So I'm going to do, and I like I said earlier in the live stream, we spent over $12,000 USD last year on medical bills for our two dogs. And that's a lot of money for us. But I'm going to tell you right now, if I had to spend $100,000, I would have. So maybe that makes me crazy, but that's just the way it is. So I'm really happy to get some good news from the vet that he doesn't think she's going to be dying anytime immediately. So I'm very happy about that. So, but once again, thank you all for being here. We appreciate everybody. We will see you guys on the next live stream. Remember to be good to each other, to be good to yourselves. Find a pretty girl to snuggle up with and have a good time. And hopefully we will see you guys sometime tomorrow. Dennis in the house, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for thumbs up. Appreciate you, Tim, Pat, everybody in the background, everybody. We appreciate you, Craig, everybody. We appreciate everybody. Take care, everyone. Tim says, let's do the Philippines. Says, take care, everybody. Appreciate you, M-Day. We do. And be safe, my friends. And the Christmas decorations come down tomorrow. Tomorrow the Christmas decorations come down, down, down. See ya.